Hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Atomfall. I'm your host, Coast Fate. If you saw my review on this game recently, you know that I'm really enjoying playing it. Game has 6 endings. There are a couple I still don't have. I thought it would be perfect time to do a playthrough because there's one ending in particular I want to go after. This is just a great game, and it doesn't take that long to play, so let's get into it. We're going to start a new game. We're going to shoot for the recommended survivor option. Classic Atomfall experience, a balance between combat and survival. There's not a lot of survival. Really, survival is all about just using tools the right way because ammo is so scarce. Yes. Rewrite my previous odyssey.
The pride of Britain. Nestled in the picturesque Lake District, the state-of-the-art atom plant has transformed this rugged landscape into the envy of its northern neighbors. Scientific progress waits for no one, and
the public has nothing to fear.
The area will be reopened by Christmas at the latest.
The situation is more complex than was at first understood.
No military expeditions into the area have been lost. Where did you get such an idea?
Perhaps by next Christmas. Oh, no more reconnaissance flights. The interference field is bringing down aircraft like clay pigeons.
Let me be clear. Our experts are monitoring the situation, and I would urge everyone to remain calm. The situation in Cumberland is well in hand.
No, it's not.
Is anybody there? I need help. Who are you? What are you doing in here? I thought this place was secure. Where's Dr. Powell?
I'm not sure. I don't know how I got here.
You don't know? Lying here in a sealed bunker inside the quarantine zone, and you don't know. Damn it, listen, I'll help you. Explain what I can. But I need your help in return, all right? You're trapped in the quarantine zone around the Windscale atom plant. That's where it all went wrong. The only way to Windscale is through the interchange. You'll need my key card, or you'll never get in. There are people, people who will help you escape, but they won't do it for free. I've lost so much blood. I can't think straight. There should be supplies nearby. Alcohol and rest. Stop the bleeding, please.
Very well, I'll see what I can do.
Hurry, please. It hurts like the devil.
You don't have to help this guy, but if you do, he'll leave you a backpack later with some items, which is a nice thing to have.
Outlaws, they call themselves. Probably got Dr. Powell too.
The Outlaws.
I think I'm going to break the quarantine card. I wouldn't survive in there now.
I think that's all we have. Do we have enough? So crafting in this game pretty simple. As long as you got the materials, it just takes a little bit of time.
Please, a bandage. Please help me.
Here, I have a bandage to stop the bleeding.
Thank you. Delaying the inevitable, I'm afraid. But at least I can think more clearly now. Here's my key card. It will get you out of here and into the interchange. It doesn't matter what else happens. As long as the truth of this place gets out. Here are my notes. Everything I remember. It's not much, but it's all I can do. Now listen. There's still every chance that something bad may happen to me, and you shouldn't be here when it does. If I can ever repay you for helping me, I will. But for your own safety, you should go. Leave me. Go now.
And we're on our way.
To find anyone who has the slightest spark of kindness in this place. It may help you to survive. I hope so. Be on your guard out there. Everything is a threat.
Everything is a threat, he says. Yes, it's true. Well, almost everything.
Quarantine protocol is in effect. This door must remain sealed. Emergency access has been granted.
It's a magic key card. You can't go that way. That's actually for one of the endings of the game.
You in here? Where did you scurry away to, eh?
So this is your first interaction in the game.
Point in hiding, chum. I'm between you and the exit.
And if you play your cards right,
But I tagged you a bloody sight worse. Show your face. Let's get it over with, eh?
I love it. They don't even give you a weapon to start the game. It's great. It's like,
Come
oops.
out, come out. Tea's getting cold.
For a long time, I thought there would be some kind of way to drop this thing on him. But there's not. Hey now. So we kind of need him to
Get out of it.
turn around and walk away. He'll get fascinated with that thing over there. Loot everything. All the characters in this game, all the NPCs will whistle like that. It's so funny. It's kind of cool because it lets you know that there's an NPC nearby that's probably hostile, but it does get a little bit annoying listening to the same whistle over and over. There's comic books in here. If you want to collect a certain amount of them, it triggers achievement. Okay, where is he? You don't have to mess with him, actually. But he might have something on him. I can't remember if he has anything on him or not. But he's an outlaw, so we're going to take him down. Alright, my friend. What do you got? He's got alcohol and scraps. Yay. Anything that we can turn into bandages would be good. Barred from the other side. A lot of times when you see that, that means there's an alternate route in. And of course the puzzles get slightly more complicated as you go along. This guy, stay inside. Powell. Don't think about going back outside. That bloody radio is useless in the zone, and fixing it will be the death of you. Outlaws are sniffing around. They might have spotted me on my last trip. I have to go one more time. I think the keycard is finally working, and I don't want to forget where the damn place is before I can try it. I'll be back in the morning. Stay inside. Yeah, Dr. Powell. That scientist was telling us that he was probably dead, and he is. So we want all the junk. And then there's a door. Yeah, I spent the first 10 minutes of the game trying to figure out if there was a control somewhere that I could touch that would cause this thing to drop on the guy, because the first time I played the game, he just stood under this, fascinated by it. And I'm like, am I supposed to drop that on his head? All right, let's go get some stuff. So I love this game in large part because of the story, because I love Stranger Things and I love Stephen King's The Mist, and this is in that same kind of vein. Scientists and the military were messing with something they weren't supposed to mess with, and now we're in this situation. And there's the reactor in the distance. Hello? Who is this? Who is Oberon?
Oberon
Oberon. Okay. So down here we can get a hatchet right away. Get ourselves a weapon. And we meet one of the few non-hostile people in the zone.
How do? Where did you come from then?
I have no idea how I got here.
Blimey. You must have taken a knock on the noggin or something. Still, you're looking decent fettle now. Listen, if you don't mind my saying, you don't look much like a local. You didn't walk in from, well, from the outside.
Outside? I was in a bunker. One of the scientists woke me up.
You what? Boffins all died when their atom plant went up in flames. Not seen any of them for 5 years. Only outlaws and loons round here now. And you'll want to give them all a wide berth. You poor bugger. You can't remember now, can you?
Where am I? What is this place?
This place? The quarantine zone. That's what the soldiers called it. Just sort of stuck after a while. It's this big old chunk of land inside the walls. They put those buggers up fast enough when it all went to clag in here. My name's Nat, by the way. Forgive me being curious of strangers. This place has been off for years. There've been strange happenings. You have to be careful who you trust. Not civilized round here anymore, just savages that roam about. And a few survivors, like myself.
I see. Strange things. Like someone calling you from a phone box?
A what? Phones have been disconnected for years. Take a knock on the noggin, did you?
Never mind. Forget I mentioned it.
I don't blame you for being confused. It messes about with you, this place. Things have been bad ever since the government built that plant across the water. Shady, secret stuff them scientists were up to. Whatever they were doing, they were right keen to bury it when it went wrong.
Go on.
Listen, I overheard them once, the blokes in noddy suits. The ones that appeared right after the disaster, talking about their quarantine. How they had to seal the place. Said something about an interchange, a secret project. But I should stop talking before I get carried away. Now personal. I can be a right chatterbox, that's all. It's what they chucked me out of the village for, the buggers.
Pity. You were just getting to the good stuff.
Aye? Well, whatever the boffins were up to in that interchange, what's it? I'm sure it wasn't good. This place is riddled with secret bunkers. Or so I've heard. Such things were kept hidden from the likes of us, of course. But look, if you want more, you'd be wise to ask Molly, the tinker. An ear for information has Molly. She's usually camped just north of here. Now, I'm not sure I should be saying out more to a stranger.
I see. Wait, you mentioned a village, but I thought you said nothing civilized was left.
Aye? Well, I was speaking truth. From a certain point of view. Wyndham's not been civilized since the soldiers moved in. Running the place like prison camp, calling themselves protocol. I can point you to it, but I've no desire to return. You ask me, those that stayed might have done better out here. Now I really should stop talking. Now personal, but you can't trust anyone too much these days, can you? So long. Watch yourself around here, aye?
Yep. So there's Nat. Nice guy. Got a building over here that's got some stuff in it. Nothing major. The most important thing is the hatchet. Oh yeah, it's already in our quick slot so we can use it, which is nice. Because we're going to need it. Potatoes. Mash and boil them. Stick them in a stew. You can climb up stuff, parkour over stuff, climb under stuff. It's kind of nice. There's a lot of different Moving options. There's a body here of someone who doesn't look good. And there's a shotgun. Yay. And we got the shotgun there. Okay. Nice. Not that we have any shells for it. Oh, we got 2. Great. And there's a first aid kit. That'll come in handy. As much as possible, you want to preserve the first aid kits for the end of the game. Nat's gonna sit on there on his guitar, and we're gonna head off in this direction. You see the map. This is zone. This is a cave we just came out of. Molly's up here at the trader camp. The village is up here. We're gonna head off in this direction, though. There are things we need, and that's the advantage of playing through the game a few times. Is now we know what we can do. I've got a pretty effective and efficient path to travel through here. There is this place up here, a house. Ruined house. There's things you can squeeze through. I don't remember there being much of anything in here though. Water. And string. And more string. Oop. And you want to loot these whenever you see them. You're going to need these little buggers. Crafting is a big part of the game. I like that crafting is so simple though. It's just, do you have the components and then craft stuff. Alright, that guy over there is an outlaw, and we want to try to get up on it. We need the baton that they're carrying.
No trouble.
Okay, listen, you're gonna fight me?
You're done.
The kick is your most valuable thing in melee. If you don't use it, you're kind of going to get thrashed. You really don't want to get hit in this game. Private Dagonet. It's got a coded message and a Gravain's lockbox key. So let's see what that has to say. A message written in code. The translation has been scribbled beneath it. Absent yourself from convoy as soon as possible. Be discreet. There's a shed in the Slatton rail yard. Grid reference 28.777.5. 28.777.5. 28.7. Okay. So right about there. 77. What was it? 77.5. Yeah, so somewhere in there. We're going to leave a compass marker there. There's nothing else in here, and now we're going to enter this. This little piece right here is going to take us over to here, which is where we want to be. There's an item we need right there. Scrap, glass bottles, bats when they decide to come flying out at us. I don't think there's anything over here. Here they come, you little buggers. Game has a really unique stamina system. I kind of like it. It's your heart rate, and it raises as you make attacks. It's kind of a little bit opposite of how we normally see things in games like this work. First time I played the game, I came in here and I thought this guy was another person I should kill, and so I killed him.
Hello?
And you can. He'll give you a useful item, but...
Stay back. What are you doing in here? Who knows what might have followed you in?
Relax. I promise I mean no harm.
Oh? Well, you haven't attacked me, so that's something, I suppose. Look, if you've a question about these caves, I can help. I don't know much about how else, though. Supplies I could trade, if that's what you're after.
Yep, I am. I'm interested in trading. Because we can give him this baton, and I think he'll give us this. Yes, he will. Will he also give us the flashlight? He will. Oh my gosh. Allows the crafting to makeshift grenades. That's when it gets expensive, and he's not going to give that away for free. So let's do this. Oh, wait. Is there anything else in here? Heap of gunpowder. Nope. He won't give us that. So in general, the traders are kind of worthless in the game. You shouldn't waste time trying to trade with them because everything that they have you can find somewhere else, and they will want a lot for their items most of the time. And because you have really limited inventory space, it's not like you can carry extra weapons to trade with them. So I pretty much ignore the traders, and if you really just want to take what they've got, just kill them all.
Lovely. Everyone's happy. Come back if you're around. Might have something new I can trade with you. You know, I must say, it's nice to talk to someone. Someone who's properly here, that is. Not just a voice in my head.
Voice in your head? What do you mean?
Oh. Said that out loud, did I? Oh, I know how that must sound, but, exactly that. Well, voices, really. More than one. But, well, now, you really are a stranger, aren't you? They don't know who you are. Usually, you see, the voices tell me when someone's coming. That's how I know to hide.
You mean you talk to these voices?
Well, aye. On occasion. It's like this, you see. They chatter away. The voices in my head. Not all the time, but a lot of it. Sometimes they're only whispers. Other times, not often, it's like they're standing right next to me.
What do these voices say?
Hard to make out most of the time, but other times, they whisper about places. Hidden, secret places. Sometimes I think they're whispering from such places. Or may I'm there, listening to them. Lord, I shouldn't be telling you this. It could make them angry.
I see. Who cares about voices? It's more important that you tell me their secrets.
I care. You would too if they were in your head day and night. Well, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I can't risk upsetting them. I'm sorry.
I got you then. All right.
Bye. You be careful out there.
I will. Got one thing I gotta check here. All right, I think we're good to go. So now we've picked up a metal detector. Nice, valuable little item. I don't think there's anything up here. Oh, there's a cloth. Okay. Down here, this thing should go off right there. So you can just equip it real quick. It'll tell you, kind of point you in the direction. And there, when you're on top of something, you dig, and you get these caches. Very nicely done. I don't think there's anything else down here. Empty gas can. Don't think there's anything over here. Oh, there is. There's one little tiny thing. A lot of scraps and stuff that you'll just be ignoring later on in the game, but early on you should pick up everything. Bug it off. But we're not gonna. We're gonna try not to die though. That'll be the real trick. Alright, we are in Slatton, and over here... Oh. This direction. Interchange escape route. 21st October 1957, we needed to get out of the interchange. Keep calm, be damned. That wasn't a small explosion at the plant. Use the Slatton exit. Go there as soon as you get this before they seal the doors, and they will. I've read the protocol. I found you somewhere to lie low. Stay alive, Sam. I'll find you. Below is a hastily scrawled map of Slatton indicating the entrance to the interchange and the location of a bunker. We don't need that right now, because we're going to get there. And besides, once we get inside, we need some batteries. You're going to find out what those are soon enough. This guy, though, he's got a metal detector, which we can't grab. So if you don't barter for the metal detector in there, this is the next place that you can get one. Don't go in the water. You'll see if I step in here. Where are they? Show up, guys. There they are. Oh, it's the leeches. And they're nasty. So now what we want to do is go to a bunker. I can't remember exactly where it is. Right, it's down here. This is where we want to go. The unexplored bunker, rumored location. We want to get down there, but there's a couple things we need to get along the way. So, first... Well, and there's supposed to be a pistol there. So what's the best way to get over there? Take this around. Okay. Aggravating has left supplies. Yes. So now, pretty soon, we're going to start to see a lot of outlaws showing up. They're going to start getting busy. This is back where Nat was. We actually probably should have gone into the bunker first and then gone through the mines. But, hey. It's alright. Nat, nice to see you. And in fact, in my walkthrough notes, I had it. Explicitly, I said, go to the bunker first. Oh well, silly me. Although the bunker may not matter if we don't have ammunition for the pistol. We may want to avoid this place. This is what happens. Your heart rate gets too high and the world starts to go black. Okay, the military was here. Here we go. What do we got? He's got the cricket bat. Molotov. Nice. Water. Okay. This person has a torch, a hatchet. What else do we have here? The game has a quick save system, which is really nice. You don't get in too much trouble. Cloth, which we can turn into bandages, which we'll need, and that thing over there. So there's training stimulant, which we need. Rifle ammo. Here we go. Does this guy have it? Yep, there's the revolver. Buried secrets. You came from the interchange. Do not forget where you came from. Do not forget where you buried the secrets. 29.5, 73.6. The secrets will help you remember the interchange. Okay. I'm going to make a note of that. So we got more buried items we can look at. Now, do we have enough? Give me the pistol. And we have a grenade. Oh, we don't have any ammunition. Yikes. Okay. These are pneumatic dispatch tubes. These are really cool. These are storage. These will let you store things for later. We don't need to store anything right now except for this. I'm going to store that. Probably going to store the first aid kit because I really want that for later. Is there any ammunition anywhere? Pistol ammo. Okay. 3. And there's a grenade. Nice. Okay, anything else? Anything over here? There's a backpack. Alcohol and potatoes. Okay, that thing over there is called a feral. And this will help take care of it. I'm not sure there's anything in that room we actually need, though, is the problem. Let's do this. Okay. Oh, there's a training stimulant over here. These guys never have anything on them. That one had string on them, so I'm wrong that time. Training stimulants in William Roberts' diary. I might go mad here. I would rather they sacked me on the spot. Lord, what I'd give to be back where the action is, to see the inside of the interchange again, doing work I was actually good at. Work that meant something. Make it a month sober, William. Just one pitiful month. Then they'll let you back. They have to. So your skills, they add up and then you can start purchasing skills. My recommendation is don't spend any skills until there's a survival one that you need, gunsmithing. And that's going to be one of our first targets. Gunsmithing is what's going to allow you to upgrade weapons. And this pistol in particular, when it's fully upgraded, is one of the best weapons in the game. So there's nothing else for us to pick up here. So we're going to be on our way out. All right, we're out of there and we're going to adjust this. Let's see. I want the cricket bat. We'll save the hatchet for here. Probably don't need any grenades. The cricket bat is nice. It's a pretty good weapon. You want to melee everything that you can that's not going to shoot at you. So if you run into these idiots, what you want to do is shoot the person who's got a ranged weapon and then cricket bat anybody else. Or later on the axe is better, and then later on you get the mace, which is the best melee weapon in the game. L8, that's where we came out of. So we're going to go get lots of training stimulants. We want to get as many of these things as we can so that when we start to get the manuals, which give you your other skills, we're able to get the ones we want early. Gunsmith, of course, #1, especially because we're going to have the ability to upgrade this pistol pretty darn quick. Let's go get in some trouble. Where we want to go is right here. Obviously, our marker was there, but also there's a gun here. You can place things like this if you want to. There's another copy of this pistol somewhere in here, and there's another copy of this pistol somewhere in here. And you need 2 copies of the same weapon and the same tier. So like 2 rusty Mark 6 pistols will be combined to make a stock pistol. That's how it works. We want to go there. There's also a place here that we want to go to, which is an outlaw cave that's got some loot for us. And then here is also, there's a lot of training stimulants here, but there's also some ferals. And if we don't have Molotov cocktails to take them out with, then we have to do things a little bit differently. And that area up there is also worth diving into. You can see some outlaws down there now. There's a guy down there resting against that. And you can hear him whistling. So that's how you know. I do like the whistling, though. The first time it happened, I was like, where the hell is the guy? Heard this whistling and I was like, ooh, that's a good way to warn people. Pick these up. But right now we don't have enough ammunition. to wanting to be messing with that. Game has a sliding animation like that when you're going downhill. It's a little goofy. Any of those houses that say piss off like that probably have loot that we want. But it's always minor stuff. The major things are in bunkers. Oh, look. It's a dead body. He was painting. He's got a paintbrush there. Wow. What were you painting there, homie? Those purple things are full of bees that will mess you up. If you can shoot them with a bow and arrow, then you can silently get rid of them. Otherwise, you gotta shoot them with a gun. That guy down there. That's gonna be a problem. Molly's over in this direction, but more importantly, where are we at in terms of the house? You just don't want to get seen. Line of sight is the thing. Okay, so Molly's up here. We need to get around there.
Have no trouble. Let's just calm down, eh? No need for violence.
So a lot of these guys will do that.
Around playing silly buggers.
Uh-oh, there's a guy with a gun. Okay. So if we can take out this person with a gun, we got a couple options. We could shoot this person with a pistol and then take the rest of them with melee. Although you do run into the risk with all these outlaws in this area of somebody hearing you and showing up. Does that guy have an axe? Oh man, I want an axe really bad. No, he's got a spike club. Okay. The one thing, there's a couple of things that this game is really missing that I wish it had. And one of them is the ability to do like an Assassin's Creed and throw a stone and divert someone's attention. That would be fantastic. I'm going to try to get down here into this other grass area where I'm still hidden. And I'm going to hope to get this person with the rifle first. I'm just going to try to do a takedown. Because once I do a takedown with him, then it's all bets are off. Everybody's going to hear it. You can get skills later to make yourself move more silently and do takedowns more silently. The problem is even the silent takedowns still take like 5 seconds to drag a person down. So it's kind of a bummer. Did they leave? They left. Okay. We're going to grab this and this and this. That's what they'll do is they'll sit in a region and then they'll wander off. So and there's a whole bunch of them right there. Oh my gosh. There's a whole bunch of them. So we could try and mess with them by like throwing a grenade there. Or we can just get out of there. And since we're so low on ammunition, I'm more inclined to just leave them alone. This early in the game. Later on when I've got better skills and better equipment and a lot more ammunition, then I don't mind. So here's Molly.
No, I'm sure I don't. Not seen you around here before. Your lot shouldn't be wandering this far out village. Ain't safe. That is where you came from. The village.
No, I'm not from the village.
Well, of course you're not one of them. You're a stranger to these dales, aren't you? Clear as crystal now I look at you. And I'm good at reading people. It's a right handy skill. Especially if you want to get any good business done. My name's Molly. If you've got out to trade, I got some bits and bobs for sale.
I need information. Do you know anything about the government research site here?
They kept what they were doing hidden from us locals, right up until the day the atom plant went bang across the mere. Well, you won't find any boffins left here now, but turns out they've been digging out secret bunkers all over the place. Riddle these hills like woodworm in an old sideboard. I might just know the location of one or two of them. Not that that kind of thing comes for free, you understand.
I spoke to Nat. He told me you could help me find the interchange.
You've met old Nat? He's a good soul, is Nat. Could talk the hind legs off a donkey. Well, any friend of his is a friend of mine. Oh, well, I suppose it can't hurt to give you a little something for free. I heard some outlaws found a big door nearby, one they couldn't get open. Now, only the boffins would have built something like that. They said it was signed, the interchange. It's inside a bunker that overlooks the quarry, if you've been over that way. Here, I'll mark it for you.
Let me see what you got to trade. So she has one of these, a battery. If you kill her, the only thing she'll give you is this key and this battery. Now, I don't think I can get the key from her for the cost of a weapon. Nope, she won't complete that trade. So at that point in time, I don't think she'll give me anything for that weapon, actually. Will she give me some ammunition? She will. Oh, keep giving me ammo, Wiley. How much will you give me? And then what's this? Ammunition for shotgun? Oh, that's too much. Okay. And this is the stealth skills. We'd really like to get that, but there's, again, a book that you can pick up later that'll give you the same thing. So I wouldn't waste time bartering with these people for this kind of stuff. And if you're ruthless, just kill Molly and get the key and the battery.
Want to trade again? You know where to find me. If out new comes into me hands, it goes straight in stock. Just saying. It's worth coming back to see.
All right.
You need anything, Molly will be here.
She'll give you a tidbit of information after you buy something, but all the vendors will say the same thing about how they'll have more stock later, and that's just not true. Their stocks don't change, and they don't have more interesting stuff later. How many guys are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 guys? Oh my gosh. Okay, do we want to be really nuts here and throw a grenade at them? Because just because we could get a lot of resources off these bozos.
Look out! That's right, you.
Now you just got to make sure you don't get ambushed. That's a lot of guys. Oh, and he's got an axe. Oh, thank you. Okay, and he's got guns. Okay, this is going to be great. We got this rifle, which we really want. I have a note about where to get one of those rifles, but it's much better if you can just get that. So we have the axe, which means we can get rid of the cricket bat. And then we want to pick up another rifle if we can. Glass, water, gun oil you need. Gun oil is really valuable. It's probably the hardest component to get a hold of so that you can actually upgrade weapons. Spiked club. Okay. And then this goes right into the outlaw cave. Great. Man, we took all these guys out. Oh my gosh. He's got this 22 weapon, and there's a bunch of clubs, which you don't really need. Which guy had the 22? 22 rifle. One of them had, anyways. Might have been this guy. No, he's got 2 clubs. It'll put both of them. Yeah, you can see the cricket bat and the club next to each of them. He's got, there's the Terrier Rusty rifle. Don't worry about that thing and don't bother trying to trade it for anything. It's not worth it. Alright, so here's our first bunker. This is L6. Oh, okay. I'm not sure this is the one we want to go in yet. Yeah, bunker L6 has a bunch of ferals in there. Maybe as many as 3 or 4 of them. Yeah, so we don't want to mess with that yet. What we want to do is go get these guns over here. But we're a little wounded, so we're going to do potatoes, which don't really give us a lot. So let's craft one of these. What can we make? We can make 2 of them. Let's just do that since we have ample inventory space. Use one of those. Great. Now, this little building down here, they were all headed over here. This little building has a gun in it. Can't remember exactly where, so upstairs maybe. There's water. Oh, here we go. This is cool. You can crawl through these little spaces here. Superstitious nonsense. June 7th. Sick of telling the younger lads to shut up with all this fretting about the slate pits. There's been ghost stories about them mines as long as I've lived here, but it's all just superstitious nonsense. Survival appears scary enough without worrying about what the boffins sealed up down there. August 19th. I know we have to do what it takes to survive, but some of the raids recently have been getting rough. Getting too much innocent blood on me hands these days. October 3rd. Seems they were frightened by the mines might be right. I wouldn't have believed it with my own eyes if I'd not seen it, scuttling into one of the old bunkers. Unnatural it was, skin gray as the rock those miners must have dug it from. Ooh, ferals. Alright, so what do we have here? Turn that radio off. And then through here, a squeeze in the crack. There's some glue. Tea. So what the tea does is keep your heart rate low. So whenever you are going to walk into somewhere where you know you're going to have to do a lot of melee attacks, you want to take a tea. It doesn't last very long, but that's another thing that you can do. There's another skill that you can get later on, which is under conditioning. Endurance training right here. Heart rate rises slower and recovers faster. And so you get that one right from the start. Guide to the Cumberland. Slate. Welcome to Hobbs Quaddy. Yeah, so there's that. Pistol ammo, and there's our second pistol. We don't have enough to upgrade, and even if we did, we don't have the skill to do it. So, unlock this door. Be smart about getting out of here now. Because right across the way over there is the other one. But there are often a lot of dudes here. And we don't want to have to deal with that. Herbs, which you will need for a potion later on. A potion you will very much need. A tonic. Alright, what do we have over here? We go. Gun oil. Nice. Meat. That'll help. Turn that off. Agravain's lockbox. It gives you another rusty revolver, pistol ammo, and the sticky bomb recipe. Really nice to have that. All you gotta do is learn that and you're good to go. So that gives us 3 pistols of the same quality level. And then we can get the hell out of here. It's just time to head to town. The interchange door is actually right up there. That green spot up there, that building, that's where it is. The Slatton Dale interchange door. Now, here's the thing about the interchange. There are multiple doors. There are 3 exterior ones for the 3 exterior zones that connect to them. And you need to open all 3 from the outside before you can power up the interchange correctly.
Attention! Wyndham Village is under the authority of the Quarantine Protocol. Acts of banditry and other breaches of the Penal Charter will be severely punished. In the name of Queen and country, follow protocol or face the consequences.
Time for the village of Windham.
Sarge, look, visitor.
Well, well, well.
Please, God,
just
let
look
us
what
see
the
you
cat
put
dragged
me on
in.
the patrol roster.
Pay
I
attention.
can't stand this
This village is under
shithole of a
military
village much
occupation
longer.
per the Quarantine Protocol. You're new round here, eh? Which means you're free to enter. Just keep your nose clean, all right? What are you gawping at? Like I said, you're free to enter the village. Move on.
Just like that?
Just like that. Captain's orders. He says any stranger might be important, so we just send any like you his way. Unless you're an outlaw, of course. Or worse.
Perfect. Where would I find this captain?
I reckon he'd be keen to see you right away. Last I heard, Captain Sims was down by the bandstand. Present yourself to him toot sweet, if you know what's good for you.
Well,
excellent.
Should I shoot him, Sarge?
You should not. Do they look like an outlaw to you?
No, Sarge.
Wyndham Village. So folks, this is where I'm going to leave the end of the first episode.
The contagion can be painlessly excised. Be vigilant. Be safe.
I give my do as you're told, right?
There's a bunch of stuff that we need to do here. So we're going to do it. And they have these robots. And if you'll notice on the back of those robots are batteries. Kind of batteries that we're going to need. And then there's another phone booth over here. And the church. So the church will be the first stop. So everybody, thanks for watching. Those of you who are going to watch this, thanks for tagging along. I absolutely love this game. I've played through it 3 times already. I've got 3 of the endings. I'm having a blast with it. This looks like your kind of thing. I definitely recommend going and getting it. I will see you all next time, and until then, happy gaming, everyone.